let's be honest. Last episode we left this place in a big mess. To be fair, we have all been there at one point or another. Time to fix that today, and even better, build out one big commercial zone. Hello everyone and welcome back to this new episode of Kings Bay City. Like I said in the intro, we left the last episode with a lot of mess. We are going to fix that today. And in the meantime, we have plopped down a lot of commercial zonings. We're going to fix that too. And of course, we're going to detail the entire lot. So sit back and enjoy. This small industry area or this small processing area I am quite happy with for now. What I'd like to do is, like I said, redo everything, the layout of this area, and I think I will be using the Move It mod for that now, because of our financial situation. There we go. And there we go. They do conform to the terrain right now, are they push down the terrain? That's weird. Yeah, so I've looked into it, and it seems that if you move the building or move the crops, they do flatten the terrain, and if you place down new crops, it doesn't. I hadn't noticed that before, which is quite weird because it's not the first time I've built those industry areas. But we'll just place down some new ones. That's fine with me. And let's place a couple down like so, and make sure we have some space in between for a path, and maybe I'll just remove one and we have a little bit more space for something else. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, I do like some pre-planning a little bit, so we'll just leave some room between those big fields and make sure we do have the option of making something nice right there. Of course, we still have some cattle farms or pastures to place down, and I do like them to be on the opposite side, like here. Did not extend the industry area far enough. I keep deleting the overlay because I don't like the way it looks. That's just like to place down the buildings like so. Let's see if this one does not flatten the terrain, which is nice and to be expected. And I do have not the anarchy on, but the collision was turned off. And I only want the collision to be turned off if I have anarchy on. Otherwise I will make some mistakes. Which isn't a bad thing, but I don't want my buildings to be on top of each other just yet, without me wanting it. So I think this setup is a little bit better, and we can place a nice tree line down here. And of course we can make sure we have a nice food court, or I'm not sure how to call it yet, but let's call it a food court in this space right here. And let's make sure that is big enough, like so. And I do like to place down those food plazas from the, the pedestrian areas, if I can. Yes, they are over here. The small food truck plazas, they have a nice decals on the floor, sort of brick brownish, so they do look a lot like they fit in nicely with the gravel roads. This is nice. The industry area has leveled up already, so we can make sure that we can place down those extra buildings as well. Let's turn off road bending. What I'd like to have is some sort of central square, or at least a place where people can relax, have a bite to eat. Yeah, it's just place down the road and move it around a little bit with the move it mod. Like so, and change this around a little bit too. And then we have this one right here, is it? Yeah, that one makes for a nice centerpiece, I think. And we'll place it down right here. I'll be going over the grounds with some surface painter. Let's make sure it's a little bit more in the middle, like so. Well, it has multiple problems. Number of visitors is low, yeah, obviously because there was no road access until I just placed it back down. And in between, I like to extend these roads like so we can have some market venues or market stands in between. It's not entirely lined up perfectly. See if we can fix that. That's going to irritate me a little bit, I think. This is better, not yet perfect, so it's good enough for now. Never let perfect be the enemy of good. And make sure to place down some roads here as well. Yeah, and then we have obviously these buildings. I'll just plop down some new ones, I think. Make sure we have sort of a farmer's market feel around here. And let's go to the industry areas and see what we can do. Those are not the ones I want. These are, and let's place those alongside the road right here. Perhaps is this one too big? Yeah, that one's too big. Might want a 1x2 building. Yep, that looks good to me. And one of the bigger stuff, I think I liked 2 of those. So we'll just switch this around and place down another one of those, because they look more like a market type of thing. Okay. Let's see, this is a car dealership. I'm not fond of that right here, so let's remove that one. I do want to go with the food kind of feel. Supermarkets we have placed down. Also, the public market, I think that's a great one too. All the other buildings are getting abandoned. It's to be expected. Let's place this one like so. And yeah, I'm going to copy that over there. Let's see if we can reset this building. Where are you? Reset objects. The soy and lentils. Fits in nicely over here. And I want to have the same vibe at the other side of the street with a building like this. Yeah, let's not place it on the road, so let's move this one a little bit further down. This 2. Place this down. Place this down further 2. And plot this one against this road. Okay. Well, there aren't enough customers. Let's hope that changes in due time. But we will see. This is a 2x3 building, I think. And maybe we do have a nice one. Can fit here. No, it's not a 2x3, maybe 2x4. Or a 4x. Oh, no, that's too big. It's too big. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this one. It's this one, right? But maybe just make sure we have a different one. Is this a car company again? It doesn't look like it, so I do think that's perfect fit. I think we placed down the buildings that I do like. Maybe we have something left as well. That's another public market, a little smaller one. Don't want 2 of those right outside next to each other. Maybe just some. Yeah, not a wine and liquor. No. Let's leave it with the commercial. I mean the farming commercial, and see what we have got. That looks good. Healthy weeds. Let's trim that as well. So this is starting to look quite nice. I think we have the buildings plopped down. Maybe some. We'll extend the plaza right here, and I think I do want one of those buildings on the other side. Excuse me. Well, not the exact same one, but something similar to fill up this little gap, so we have a little bit of a same look and feel on both sides. A little symmetrical, I guess. And this one. Salvage attire. Well, that's a clothing shop. Does seem fitting to have some biological clothing lines made out of, well, I'm not sure made out of what, but yeah, that looks okay. Maybe 1 or 2 extra stalls on these ends of the road. Let's see if we can find a nice one. And maybe just some of those, but I'll switch them around so they can fit on the other road. Like so. There we go. Now for this area, I think we have placed down a sufficient amount of buildings. Of course, I do want to place down or redo the orange fields. So this looks quite okay. Well, we have leveled up the industry area already, and in the meantime, we have accumulated a little bit of cash as well. So let's see what we can place down. We can place down the flour mill, we can place down a cattle shed, and we can place down some silos and barns, which was already the plan, to place down some silos. I'll make sure we have a path going alongside these. This one, let's just upgrade it. And let's place down a small country road right here, a gravel road, and we can place down some silos Well, we can place down one silo like that and like so. That doesn't look terrible at all. I think it is a good idea to connect those up and have some cattle sheds behind those cattle pastures, or a small barn. Let's see. Cattle shed is quite a little bit bigger, so I'm going to move this out of the way and see if we can place this one perpendicular to the rest of the farms. Let's see if it fits. No, it's my collision is on, so that's weird. Weird, I can place it down here. Oh, anarchy is on, okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll just place it down and turn it around because I wanted to snap on the other side of the road. It wouldn't let me. Will this fit? Yes, this fits nicely. I think it isn't too close to the road. This one is too close to the highway. So just move it around a little bit, and perhaps I do want it like facing this way. The opening towards the road looks a little better, I guess. So we have the cattle shed. They're producing animal products as well. Same here. We don't want sheep. We want Highland cows, I guess. All right, let's make it uniform. Make it Highland cows. And that looks quite okay for now. Do we have some more buildings to place down here? No, we don't. Do we have some? Yeah, we do have the flour mill. Yeah, like I said, I did wanted to have these parts reserved for some additional buildings, some additional processing buildings, and let's make sure we have a road connection going here and here. I'll just delete those ends because that didn't look quite nice to me. Let's place that one down right here. And that looks quite okay. So I think for now we have placed down most of the buildings that we need and want. There's a lot of activity going on already, which is nice. A lot of roads. Sorry, a lot of trucks going in and out of this area. It's quite of a busy road already right here. So let's take a look at traffic. Yeah, that's getting awful, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think later we can place down a slip lane here, so all these trucks don't need to turn around, but can access the highway easily around here. Okay, so I think the buildings are there. Let's see how far we are off up to the next level. 350 workers. There is enough jobs for 450 workers, and we have already reached that production level. So all we need is some extra inhabitants in this small village we have right here. We'll be focusing on filling up this area for a later moment, and I do want to upgrade this road to a nice paved road or a 2-lane road. I always forget what the roads are called. It's difficult to switch to English at some points. Yeah, so we'll fill this one up later. And I think this is a good time to start detailing around this area. I'll leave this part open a little bit and we'll see how that goes. And I'll see you after that. So I think we are done with this little commercial area. Took me quite some time to do this. As you can see, I've extended the farm main building with some fences, some bushes along the fences, some those are industrial buildings, but they look like good farming storage buildings to me, so I just placed those down with some tractors, combines around here. Um, it looks nice to me. Obviously, we did not have parking spots around these places yet, so people can just park the car here and walk all over the area. We've made a small food court here as well, in between the parking lots. Was some empty space, and finished those up with some trees. Obviously fenced around the backs of these buildings, added some extra props and some garbage cans or recycling bins. I like to work with those planters, some benches, and fill them up with trees. I wanted these two areas to resemble the same, or give the same look and feel, but not to have them identical. That's why I chose for the planters alongside of the road here, with some different trees, and the planters here as well. I was copying these planters too, but I thought, well, it doesn't look good when we have everything in a mirrored shape. I think that is it for this area. Of course, there is still a lot more to do, but I think we are running out of time for now. Of course, next time we will be going to take care of these orange farms, make some sort of orange park, place some extra orange trees around those, and fill up this area right here as well. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next episode.